Okay, sorry about that. We had a minor technical issue, but we're back online now. So you were talking about how when you were back in the Caribbean, your dad wanted to help you associate with the Christian, almost as a way to keep you out of trouble. Can you expand on that?
Yes, as I said, he met the witnesses in town and sent them straight to our house. And when they came, they started a Bible study with us. But he wanted, in particular, for me to associate with the witnesses. Maybe because he's seen them in his travels in the US and he saw the type of people they were, and he wanted his daughter to be like them. Mm-hmm. So we rose to the occasion. We started studying the Bible, and in time we got baptized, 3 of us, but the whole family really was associating with the witnesses. So that's where it started. That's where I started becoming interested in the Bible, and then I followed a path.
Okay, so we're on your 5th piece of music now. What is the 5th piece, and why have you chosen it?
I love Rod Stewart, and I love the way he sang this song for the first time. I like it so much because at the time that I was hearing it over the radio, I was courting my present husband. So it brings back a lot of memories.
Are those your eyes? Is that your smile? I've been looking at you forever, yet I never saw you before. Are these your hands holding mine? Now I wonder how I could have been so blind. And for the first time I am looking in your eyes. For the first time I'm seeing who you are. I can't believe how much I see when you're looking back at me.
Beautiful song.
Absolutely.
What is your elixir of youth? Now, because so many people are telling you, I'm sure you hear it all the time, that you don't look your age. You're 73 years old, and people are telling you that you look 20, sometimes 30 years your junior. Tell me specifically the story of the doctor when you went into the waiting room and he mistook who you were for someone else.
Right. That was an interesting one. It was this Asian doctor, really called my name, and I entered. And when I got in, he looked at me and then looked at his notes and looked at me again, and he said, "Are you Yvonne Sylvester?" I said, "Yes, I am." And then he put his hand forward and shook my hand, and he says, "Congratulations, you look extremely well." So I said, "Thank you very much."
He didn't expect, so he was looking at his notes, expecting a 73.
An older person, yes. He was expecting a 73.
And then he looked at you.
Yes.
And he looked back at his notes and he said, "No, surely this is the wrong person."
Right, he thought I was the wrong person.
So what's your secret?
Well, since it started when your father fell ill. Can I say your father? Yeah.
No, you said it.
Yeah. And then at that time, I was encouraged by a good friend to stay away from the drugs, keep him away from the drugs, and concentrate more on herbs to help him recover.
Okay.
And he gave me a book to read called Back to Eden. I started reading that book.
I remember that book.
Right. And I started putting into practice some of the advice given on how to feed the body.
Okay.
And it had wonderful results.
Really?
Yes, I saw the difference in him. He was improving very nicely. with the kind of diet suggestions.
Now that book, I remember that book being a mainstay in all of the houses that we stayed in, right, from Erdington to Zimbabwe, to London, to Zimbabwe, even back in Warmley. Like by that time, the pages had fallen up and the front cover was gone. But I always remember it being a mainstay. But it was a huge, thick book, right? So tell me, like, what are some of the things that to this day have stuck in your mind from that book? What are some of the main teachings?
Right. How to feed the body in such a way to make it alkaline. Because as the book points out, and I've further researched and confirmed that what causes illness and aging is an acid body. So concentrate on eating the foods that will make your body alkaline, and that consists mainly of fruit and vegetable.
And you're doing that at the moment with Len. So I just opened the fridge and there are probably like 50,000 apples in there, and there's like 20,000 oranges and a similar number of cucumbers. That's all I could see in the fridge. There was nothing else in the fridge. So, like, what's the rationale? What are you doing at the moment?
Right. I do a lot of juicing, with raw vegetables.